Hello and welcome to this episode of the AI Show. How is it going this fine Monday morning? Where is everybody coming from? Put it in the chat. Come from Twitter. Go to youtube.com/the AI Show Live. You should be able to chat with us, tell us what's going on. Got some fun stuff today. We're just gonna get to it. We're just gonna get to it today. My little pandemic purchase here. It's a Wacom tablet, by the way. If you're wondering, put that down a little bit. Okay. So today, let's see if this is on. Get this over here. Yes. Right spot. By the way, tell us where you're coming from. Put it in the chat. We'll get you in there. Yeah. Just looking at stuff. Side of the eye. All right. So number one today, we're going to continue our project. We had such a hard time finding. I just went into my trove of already purchased domain names that lie, in the cemetery of dreams and ideas. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one that I already had, and this is our AI marketing assistant. That's what we're going to be working on today. The reality is that I think we have good stuff. We show good stuff, but we need to do more demand generation. And so I thought, why not have AI help us with that? And so that's what we're building. And then number two, I was doing some experiments over the weekend with Phi-3 Mini, in preparation for another show that we're doing, Mini. And there was a really good example online on how to get this to run locally. Well, locally, you'll see. And so I took that example and I refactored it a little bit to get it to be more modular and to feel a little more, dev-y. So we'll take a look at this. This is a fun little project here, and I need to release it or something into NPM or something. But it's very specific to my machine, so I'll show you that today. All right. So where's everybody coming from? I see some of you in there already. This is amazing. I love it. At me on Twitter. X. So that's what we're going to be doing today. All of this goodness today. So let's do it. Let's get started here. I don't know. Should we start with a Phi-3? Should we do this first? Should it be like here? Let's get this red thing here. Should it be number 2 and then number 1? I don't know. But that's what we're doing today. We're actually just working on stuff today, which is really fun. I like the working on stuff because you get to see me fumble through coding. I'd like to think I would be what you call a full stack engineer. I don't even know what that means. But I'm it. I'm a full stack engineer. Hello, Hector SHSC, coming to us from Twitch. Hello, my friend. Sandra is telling me on the Twitter she wants Phi-3 first. So we do whatever Sandra says. Thank you, Sandra. Again, that's on X if you add me. Okay, so let's do that. Here's the project I was working on last time. We'll get to this later. This is the noyer.ai. Let's get to Phi-3 here. What we got going on? Here it is. Phi-3 web. Okay. So that's what we're going to do first. This project is not all the way done yet. So yeah, no, like I literally was working on it on like Friday, Saturday ish. I think did I do it on Saturday? I don't know. Like Friday night. I know. It's kind of loserly of me. No, it's not. Dang it. I was doing some fun stuff. Okay, so let's run this. npm run dev. We'll put the music down a little bit. npm run dev. And let me show you what this actually does. And let me get the Twitters open here so that I can see what's going on Twitters. Because people like tweet at me. Twitter, but X. Twitter X. It's my X Twitter. Just at me. Cecil. Local model. Yeah, not local model. Like local model, but you know what I'm saying? Like loco model. Here, let's sometimes this stuff is just frustrating. Working on Friday night eating no, I wish Ivana. I don't know what I ate on Friday. I don't even remember. It was good though. Okay. All right, so let's get into Phi-3 here. This is what I did. So if you go to Hugging Face, there is a Phi-3 mini instruct Onyx, and there is this running Phi-3 entirely in the browser. You check out this demo. Let's move this over. So this is actually loading the Onyx. It's loading the man. I'm trying to view Control Shift I, but I think it's hanging here a little bit. But this is where I got these models from, right? So this is just like files, and so if you look at tell me about Temujin. If you don't know who Temujin is, you'll see. There you go. So notice that this is Phi-3, and you're like, well, what API is it hitting? It isn't. It's running this whole thing in your browser. Yeah. Intense, huh? Intense. But look, there's some stuff. Looks like it gets token in 1 second. Time to first token, 1.9, 595. So 14 seconds to stream this out. It's not bad. I mean, but again, it's running in the browser. There's no it's downloading this thing. And if you look at the by the way, you can see that the models are cached. You see these models are cached. And so these are literally just cached here. Let me zoom it here. So these models are cached. And so I looked at the code. Yeah, so here it is. And Emma wrote this. Emma's awesome. But this was just made to show like that it works. And so you can see that, like, for example, in the main JS, there's a lot of like web stuff, mixed in with loading model stuff, like for example here, right? So I wanted to separate it out and maybe make it a little cleaner in terms of TypeScript, because when you move this kind of stuff to TypeScript, it complains. And then you can see the LLM here. This is the LLM loading. This is the caching. This is the LLM object. It has a loader. So I changed it a little bit. And you can see that now when I run mine localhost of what is it here? Hold on. 5173. 51. This is using Vite. Hello. And you're like, well, it's not doing anything. But like I said, I have minimal. So you can see here, that in this case, I'm loading the model, loading the configuration, loading the model data. This takes a while because I think I killed the cache. And so it's actually downloading the whole thing. And the model, by the way, as it's loading it, hold on, we'll just wait for this, just to get some suspense here. ORT stands for Onyx Runtime. It's using the JavaScript version of the Onyx Runtime. And then notice that here is the tokenizer working. Right. Oh, and there you go. Looks like I also had it do. So this is exactly the same thing that I did before, but it's not, not doing anything. Cool. So let's look at the code here. You can see that button that I clicked here is the, on click. And so this is all loading it on the client side. You can see that it's like, hey, let's load up the model. And the base path comes from this environment, localhost. Because when you deploy this, I just rewrite this file. Basically, it's lazy. I don't know. I like it. Like on deployment, when I do GitHub Actions, I just rewrite the environment.ts with all the variables that one would need. And then you can see that I'm testing out the tokenizer. It looks like it worked. I'm textifying it. And then I'm doing a completion here with the standard role content situation. Okay, so that's what this is doing. And again, this is doing it all in the browser. So it's not calling a backend. And let me show you, because I want to show you that this is actually doing it. So there is a component that I'm going to build really quickly. And I'm going to cheat and use another component that I used before. So github.com. I never write anything new. That's not true. I write the one thing new the first time, and then I reuse it. Contoso Creative. Oh, jeez. Okay, web source components. There's this task. Here we go. Task. Oh, there's so much stuff in here. Let me just take this part. I'll just take this part. There we go. And then I'll go over here and we'll write a new file, task.tsx. Can you create a React component named task? And then we'll just let GitHub Copilot write some stuff for us. Yeah, thank you. I love it. Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, this is great. I don't even need the props. Thanks for the props. This is cool. I'll just leave it. No, I don't want it. I don't want the props. I don't need them. But this is cool. This is cool. So now we'll take this thing. And looks like we got some errores. Format dot. What's the error? What we got? Oh. So we got that format document. Now we just need to get some. We just need to get some icons, and looks like on change we'll just console log. Console.log. By the way, the funny thing about all this stuff is that when we don't need a value here, so the funny thing about working with doing AI is it's basically all just web development at the end of it. We don't need your Joe task props. And then we have some, we don't need this. And then blog, nice. Blog, nice. On click, reset. There we go. Reset. We don't need to E. Doop. Nice. Example. What is this? What was this? Button. Start work. Work. Okay, and it looks like now we have some icons, and I think I was using React icons, so let's get those. React icons. Very nice. Very nice. And we'll just use some, some placeholder buttons. VSC bug. I know. You're not being used. It feels bad. Okay, so that we got that task thing. Now let's go back to this thing, and I don't even remember how I used this. So let's go back. I think it's in the toolbar. In the toolbar. There. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go to our toolbar here, and we are going to add a thing here. And this one, let's see what icons we got here. Okay, we want something that has like a, here we go. We'll do this. We're so good at the internet. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We're just so good at it. Oh, it goes up here. VSC comment here, and this. Boom. Okay. So now that we've done this, we should have this thing refresh. There it is. Something's wrong with this. So let's go back and figure out. Oh, there it is. We need to do a height of 6 as well. And now this should look good. Nice. And then when you open this, notice that it has a thing here. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to chat with this thing and see what comes out. And we'll output whatever it writes into this div, if that makes any sense. Because I want to show you this model working. And it looks like we need a system message and the user message. Okay. So we don't need 3 of these things. So this one we don't need. Yes. There you go. And then this, we don't need all these other buttons. We just need go. Okay. Cool. So we just need a go. Go. And we don't need this button. We don't need this button. Go. This looks really dumb. Right? I mean, doesn't it look dumb? Send request. And what was it? Why does it have a... What's the bug in there for? VSC bug. That's what that comes from. And we want like a send instead. Where's the... So like a send. Oh, this. We'll use this. Okay. Very nice. Look at that. Send requests. Beautiful. Why this gap is huge. What is the like what is this? What I'm sorry. I just can't. Gap. Let's do a gap 1. Good grief. Yes. Thank you. And then margin left is way too like what is this 3.5 business? Padding X 3.5? No. Let's do like a 2. 2. There you go. It's not looking so cruddy. By the way, this is all cleared out. Okay, so we're gonna do here. We're gonna go back here, and we're gonna put the system message in here. That says products research. Okay, so this would be system message, and then we'll do message, and then this. Boop, message. Okay. Fill in prompt system message here. Okay, and then this would be user message. This would be fill in prompt user message here. Okay, and then this would be user. Beep, 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 beep. And then we're gonna have a const user message equals use state of string, and this is going to be empty. Yes, I know. And then very nice. And then oh geez, I'm an idiot. User message, and then set user message. This is better. And then this would be system message and set system message. Boom. And then this thing will have a value equals this is the system message, and then this one would be value equals system. By the way, this is what I have like advanced degrees in computer science for AI, and I'm like centering divs. What has my life come to? This is great, but it's not doing what we want. And then here, what we're going to do is we're going to say set system message. And this is going to be... almost made a bug there. Set user message. Boom. Okay, cool. So now we should be typing stuff in. And nice. And then it says work. Cool. And then we'll do func const send request async console log, and then user message, system message. Okay, and this doesn't even need to be async. And then when we do this thing, we don't even need any of this. Nope. There you go. Look at that. So now, in theory, we should have something that will send requests. Okay. Cool. I don't know why I did that. Now the other thing we need to do is dang it. Freaking web, man. Because I need this component to talk to the other component to put stuff in the other thing. Gosh, we're already a half hour in and I have not We might have to do all Phi-3 today. Cool. So when I send requests, I want this thing to start like spitting out tokens, right? How do I want to do this? From the toolbar perspective, I don't need this. This index, I was just testing how much space I could store in index DB. And okay. I mean, I could use, I might have to use Redux to put everything in the place. Oh. Okay. Let's just bite the bullet and do it. Let's just use Redux. So we have this store thing. Dang it. All right. Let's just do it real quick. We need React Redux. Getting started Redux. Redux is a way to manage state across multiple components. There you go. We'll just take this mofo and Control C. Yes. Nice. Then there's like a provider thing we have to do. Oh, install Redux. Basic example. Yeah, no, I know, but there's like there's something you have to do in the base component. Is it here? Yes, it's this, and you have to make a store for storage. So let's do that. New file. Store. Yes. And let's see what it looks like. Whoop. Cool. And then I have to make some reducers. Oops, I pushed the wrong thing. So you can go away here, and we want a we'll do a message slice. And then here we'll do a new file, message slice. By the way, who knew that I had to learn React to do all this stuff, right? Every time I say React, I'm like, React. Message slice. Oh, we need these hooks too, just so I can type this. Ugh. I'm remembering all of this stuff. New file, hooks.ts. This is this allows us to What, do I not have React Redux? npm install React Redux. This makes it so that all these things are typed, which is really nice. And then let's go to message slice here. Message slice here. Oh, jeez. Man, what is the matter with me? And then I have this iMessage from Index. Oh my gosh. I'm just going to put a string in there. Forget this. No, I'll just do string. String away. Payload. String. Nice. Clear messages. Boom. Nice. This is easy. Cool. So we got this slice. We got this store. We got this hook. Cool. Now we can add the I don't like this one. Now we can add the actual is it a main? Yes. We can add the provider. There we go. In the main.tsx, we got this. There you go. And then we need to add the provider inside React Strict. And what this providers are cool because they basically manage state for this component and every component below them. So in theory, what I should be able to do is anytime this toolbar thing does something, we can react in here with it by doing a use app state. So if we go back to the task, right, this one is going to say import. Oh man, I always forget how I do this. Components, and then we want the chat, or maybe it's article. I don't know. Yes, use app selector. And what the app selector does is it allows you to get the current thing. But then we also want to set it, right? So that would be under task. There you go. Do you see this? Add message. Nice. And then we got to use the add dispatch or something like that. Let's see here. Yeah, there it is. And what this does is this will send here. Const dispatch equals use app dispatch. And then what we want to do, see, and this is the thing. We need to actually have a multi-add thing. So we go to the message slice here. And this thing is going to be a export interface. How do we want to do this? iMessages. Oh, I think I have that already. I think I have that. So import iMessage. There we go. No, not from types. Index. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. So this would be from iMessage from lib. And is it iMessage? Where are you? Where are you? Index. iMessage. Yeah. What? Why isn't it letting me do it? iMessage from. Oh, okay. So iMessage, right? There you go. There you go. And so this would be an iMessage that we're passing in. Nice. Okay. Cool. Cool. And this is good because this will let us be able to talk to it later on if we want to do that. Okay, so task has an iMessage. Very good. Add message. So that we're going to say dispatch, add message. And then dispatch, add message. Boom. Cool. Okay, so what this is doing is this is making it so that... Here, I'll show you. Because... why is this open? So because we're using Redux... Let me refresh this thing. Oh. So dumb. There you go. It's running now. Refresh. Cool. So what you're going to see under... Is this the profile? Where's the Redux thing? Here. So this is React. This is Redux. And so when I go in here, like you are a helpful assistant, and then here is who is Temujin, right? You're gonna see the dispatch add two messages. See that? One adds this one. Two adds this one. So this is actually the state of the Redux thing. Right. And so this is nice because now, like anywhere in this entire thing, I can basically pull that information off and do work, right? And the where I'm going to do work is going to be here, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm also going to add a callback. Because this adds message, but then we also need to have a place to. We need another slice. So new. No, we don't. I'll just use this message slice, and then we'll go to the. Is it app.tsx? Yes, this is the block, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna use. Oh, hi. So we're gonna use the app selector. So import. Use app. No. Yes, I know it's all broken. It's all broken. In the article, notice that we're using the app selector. And the app selector allows us to grab the information. So this is what we want. Cool. And so then here we're going to say const app messages. But let's double check. Why does it not like this? Oh. There. Okay. And then what we can do is we can say this. No. That's not. No. Don't do that. We'll put an I in here, and then we'll just make the key I, and then we'll say something like span, and then this will be the message.roll here, and then we'll do another span here, and then this will be message.content. And then what we'll do is we'll last name equals flex row gap 2, and then here we'll say class name equals text. Then we'll say text zinc. Nice. Okay. Okily dokily. So if we go back over here and then hit a refresh and then like add some stuff in here, right? You're going to start to see this stuff show up here. You see that? And this is nice, right? Because it allows us to start to see like what's coming out of the system, right? So coolio. Okay. We've got something going on here. Okily dokily. We should probably put a callback in the task. Can you add a prop with a callback? I always forget how to do this stuff. Yes, thank you. Oh, geez, that was a mistake. I think I selected everything. React.fc of task props. And then we want here on send request. Nice. Now we could be clever and pass these things up, but I mean, who cares, right? This we don't need. Okay, So this makes it now so that this toolbar, when it has a task, it's like, hey, do something. And so we're going to say const handle send requests. Nice. And then here, this is going to be cool. Okay, so in this case, we have a model that we load. Const model set model use state model or null. Nice model. We'll just say m here, and then we'll m the rest of this because we don't need this. We don't need to do this. We don't need this set model. Okay, and in this case, we're also going to get the from the it's not main, it's app. From the app, we're going to use the app selector here as well in the toolbar because we want to get the messages. Where are you, toolbar? Where are you, tiny toolbar? Oh no. So we want app here. Here. Cool. And this would be like this. Okay, cool. So we don't need this. What we do need is we need to say const completion. Const completion equals and this would be messages. And what we would say is we would have to add another message. So let's go to the task and we want to go to add message. And then we need the dispatcher too. Nice. We don't need this. Nice. Okay. We'll add a little asynchronous in there. If not model, return. Cool. We'll just assume that we click the loader. Okay, so now we finally made everything work. So let's hit refresh here. Let's load the model and let's go to the console to make sure the models. This will unturn blue when we're doing it. Cool. Loading model data, create an ORT session. Nice. Hurry up. Nice. So now we'll go to this thing and we'll say, you are a helpful assistant. You are a helpful AI assistant. Who was Temujin? And so what you'll see is you'll see that the messages were added. Hopefully you'll see that they're... Oh my gosh. That was not right. what the heck? Let's see if it. Let's see what messages are in here. Console.log messages. And what I'll do is, we'll clear it out. I don't know if I like this. Let me. What the heck? Let's go to this thing. Yeah, so notice it added the message, but I don't think these things were passed in there correctly. Let's try again. Let's refresh. We have to reload the model because the model is loaded in the browser. It's slow. I think we need to use like a shared web worker. You are a helpful AI assistant. You should probably just set a default here because this is gonna. Who was Temujin? It's not Tenu, it's Temujin. And then we'll add a button here. There you go. Thank you, AI, for your helpfulness. And now, when I refresh, I'll have to load the model. I don't have to. By the way, this is a blocking call. I mean, notice how it's blocked. Yeah, I got to find a way to put this into a web worker or something to put in a different thread. Okay, and so create example, send request. Yeah, there's nothing in there. That's why it's making up stuff. Maybe. System string user. I think there's a sync problem. We'll let the caller handle state. How about that? We don't need this. We'll let the caller handle state because I think that's messing us up. And then on the toolbar, user, system. Okay. We can unsyncify it. No, it's just returning a string. Okay. Just to make sure. Just to make sure. Oh, come on. Sometimes TypeScript is infuriating. Okay, this should have the state now. So let's refresh this. Let's load the model. Okay. Here we go. Cool. So now we'll create an example. We'll go over here, send request. The message was added. If we go to the console, we'll see that it's actually doing this. There you go. There you go. There you go. So notice that this thing, I mean, I could continue to talk to it too. But it would add this. So what I can do is here, let me be super clever so I can continue to talk to it. And then the other thing, what is this? Oh, take this out. What I could do is, no, I do need it. I do need it. If messages.length is greater than 0, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Else, messages dot push, and we want this. Okay, I know what we're doing. Oh, cool. Now we can talk to it. We can talk to it. Okay, cool. Messages dot push. There. So what this will do is this will ignore. So if there's already messages in this thing, and the last one is an assistant, that means we're going to add a user message. Otherwise, it's empty. It's empty, and we just got to do the thing. Oh, shoot. We got to take this out, too, because this will hose it a little bit. Very good. Okay. So now when we talk, now we are actually talking to it. So let's, oh, and I don't like this. Where is the, what's the deal with the toolbar? Oh, geez. I'm overwriting things. Yeah, this is why state is all messed up. M. Okay. So we have these M's. If the big messages, then we push. This is local. Then for each of these, we add them, and then we log completion. Blah. Okay, and then the width of this needs to be fixed. So let's fix that width before it gets W 12. Nope. Jeez, why isn't this? Oh, I know why. Gosh, I'm so dumb. I guess I'm not dumb. What is this? Like, why? Jeez. Why is it pushing that back? Do you see that? Like right here, you can see this little arrow of it. Jeez. This is so dumb. I hate this so much. I mean, did you see that? Why the freak? Tailwind CSS text wrap. Give me something. Come on. Okay, that was a little too much. But you know what? I don't care. P3 here. We can get rid of this thing here because of the padding. Now this is completely unhelpful. Tailwind, odd, even. Here, let's do this. This might be better. And then we can take this out. Good. We'll just make it a little darker. Make it a little darker. Cool. Okay. So now we've got this thing, and I should be able to talk to it some more because Redux still has the state. So I should be able to say, what kind of government did he run? Right? And so if I add this message, send request. What's the matter? Oh, geez. I need to reload this. That sucks. Because now you reload the model. Okay, loading the model. Here's Redux. There's nothing in there. By the way, oh my gosh, I'm already over time. Oof. All right, so let's set this example. Send. That goes in there. Who was Temujin? I think it took 14 seconds. Nice. And then this should be, let's go over to the Redux. What kind of government did he run? And in theory, what this should do is this should add another user message. And then it's going to send. Oh, no. Jeez. Oh, my gosh. What the freak, man? Oh, I know why. Gosh, I'm so dumb. That's what I have to do. Right, because I don't have the other messages. Okay. Oops, I hit the wrong thing. Close. Okay, we're going to get this to work. Dang it. And by the way, the cool thing is that it ends up highlighting just our messages, which is cool. Okay. I think it's going to work. And then I'll show you the actual model class here to finish up. Okay. So we loaded up. Who was Temujin? We have those two things going in. You can see in the Redux that the messages are in there. You can see there's that one. Now, when we go over here and I say, what kind of government did he have? Right. And then I hit send request. There you go. Oh, shoot. The previous buffer is not registered. Oh, well, I need to figure this out. But notice that this broke. It's starting to do the right thing, but the model is not maintaining coherence somehow. Okay, so let me show you the model itself, and then we'll try to figure this out. So this is the actual model. So if I reveal in File Explorer, you're going to see that the model has the tokenizer information and this is the actual model. And if you look at the model together, these two are like 2 gigabytes total, 2 gigs. And so what happens is this model is run using WASM, using the ORT WASM. And so I basically put that into a place where it can reach it. So that's this. Now let's go to the actual model file, model where I actually do the model. Notice that this is using the web GPU, the runtime of the web, if it has GPU. And then it's using Zenova transformers.js to do the tokenization as well as the environment management. Notice there's different providers. The only one I am working on is web GPU F16. floating point 16, and then there's an interface for stuff. This is where we get the iMessage. This is where we figure out what is available. I don't use that. This is what does the fetching and the caching. Now, I wonder if I may need to create a dedicated worker that stores the model and runs it on a separate thread, because I'm seeing some problems here already. And then this is the actual model, right? This is it uses the tokenizer. There's a config. The base path is where it gets the model from. Since it's in the public space, it'll be public/model. And then any logging that's available. And then this is the constructor. The constructor points things to the right place. So model.wasm. And this WASM comes from the ORT. If this is the node packages, CFG, JK, LM, and Onyx runtime web. In the lib, you can see there's some WASM. I just moved them all, or maybe just the JSEP. What did I move over there? There's some WASM files that I moved over. Wow, there's like node modules in the node modules. How cool is that? But anyways, that's where I get those files from. And I put them into the spot where I can load them. Not ideal. I don't know if I like that. And then it looks like I have fetch and cache twice. Weird. So this is the initialization of the model using the... Sorry, I got to load this up. This is how the model is loaded up. And again, this is all happening on the website. It's not like coming to a server. That's why there was a consistency error that we had. So notice we're fetching the configuration. We're loading the model configuration, and then we're loading the bytes, the actual model files, right? It's big. Then what we're doing is we're creating some ORT inference session options, right? Like what execution providers, the output location, grabbed optimizations, whatever. And then notice that if the preferred output location, or if the provider is a web GPU, then what I do is I put all of the tensor output locations to the GPU buffer. Again, this is just for profiling and for verbosity. And then this is what loads the actual session here. The model bytes and the sessions, the runtime, inference runtime options that we put in there. Then we set up the dimensions and layers, and then we initialize the feed. And the feed, what it does is this is what stores the outputs, etc. Okay, so let's talk about the inference side of things. By the way, this is an argmax. We should probably sample from this distribution in a more principled way, but that's what the code was. I'll fix this later. The key value cache, they're disposed of when they're updated, and then their new ones are put in there. This is the tokenization. If there's a tokenizer there, tokenizer returns the input ID. So what happens is each token is in like a dictionary, and a token is a piece of word, and that dictionary points to a vector location that represents that vector. So that's what tokenization is doing. It's returning these indexes. So you can see that there. This Textify reverses that. So you get the token numbers, and it's a reverse dictionary lookup. This is the generation part. You can see these are the input IDs. Right? Those are the tokens that come in. So this is making the input vector. Right? But it's mapping this to an actual tensor. It's pushing. There's no output tokens, So it's pushing the input tokens in, and then it fills in the other ones. And then you can see here, I don't know what this part's doing, but these are the position IDs, I think, of the tensors. And then this is where the work happens, right? So this is the attention mask that it's using to cover up the other side of the so it has the answers. It wants to ignore some of the answers, right? And then this is where it starts to push tokens that it's been projected. So here's the feed, right? This is the feed. This is the outputs. This gets the argmax of the logits or logits. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce this, but this basically is the output distribution. So, for example, of all the tokens, so this is token 0, 1, all the way to max tokens. This thing represents the vectors of probabilities, right? And what this says is give me the index of the largest one, the one with the largest value. What we should do instead is we should sample according to this discrete distribution and or squash the distribution to give it to what we want. Then we update the KV cache, key value cache, add in the input ID the last token. I don't know what this does. But then that's it. And then it does this in a while loop. While the last token is not the end of or this one or the sequence or not till it stops. So it keeps doing that, right? And so that's the math part. When we call the completion, this does the iMessages thing. And this here thing is what it expects Phi-3 in terms of the prompt. And then we tokenize the prompt, and then we generate, right? There's the tokens. If there's a callback, then we do something. Notice we're textifying the callback. So this makes it so that we can stream it if we want to. And then finally, this is the output, right, of the whole thing. So that's it. That's the whole model running in a web browser, but there's some bugs still. So git add dot git commit -m added output and input for Phi-3 model inference. And this is Phi-3 mini, right? Mini instruct 4K. So this is like almost a GPT-3.5 equivalent. By the way, any questions about this? This is like a GPT-3.5 equivalent model running directly in the browser. Git push origin main. But like I said, there's something wrong with the model. I think it doesn't like to be called again. And putting it in use state, I don't think sets the model up correctly. Something's not quite right with this. Let's take a look at the example and see what they do. Oh, we need to look at the main.js. So there's the LLM, const, mark.use, document that add event listener, copy to clipboard, submit request. Like I don't see globals here. Get config. There, const LLM. Yeah, I think it just puts this into the browser memory. All right, well, friends, with that, I think that's the end of our show for today. We didn't get to our Noyer. We did Phi-3 mini stuff because that's what people asked for. Thank you for spending some time with us. We did some cool stuff. We worked with Phi-3 mini in the browser. I putzed around with React so that I could get it to talk to me. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. Next week on the AI show, a little bit more of the same. We'll get back to the web application that we're building to actually solve a problem. This one will use the back-end models. I'll continue to work on the Phi-3 Mini. Maybe we can put out a package or something that people can use this stuff in. But I think the pattern that we're going to start to see as we move forward is we're going to have big models at the server end doing some heavy lifting, and some small models at the edge doing some menial tasks like automatically getting stuff from a large model and knowing what to do with it in the UI. So I think Phi-3 Mini is going to do some UI control, I think, is what's going to and with that, next week, we'll do a little bit more of the same thing. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, we'll see you next time on this, the AI Show Live. Take care.